Welcome to Samadhi, eye gazing. This is one of our empowerment exercises. So excited to share this exercise with you. And I encourage you to really put it into practice. It is a powerful, deepening exercise that will really serve you and deepen your self-love for your own self. And there's nothing better than that. So glad that you're here. So happy to share this. Self-gazing eye practice is a self-love practice. And we are going to be gazing into the depths of our truest being, which has no definition, no words to describe, simply an experience beyond comprehension. It is best to let go of any and all rules for eye gazing. It doesn't matter which eye gazes into which. I found in the beginning it is easier to eye gaze into one eye at a time. It's helpful for me. I still enjoy gazing into one eye at a time. However, others have found it easier and more beneficial to gaze into both eyes simultaneous. I like to gaze into one eye, send that I love and light and all my love go to the opposite eye, send that I love and light, and then I like to back up a little my focus and look into both eyes and simultaneously send both eyes love, and then go back to one eye at a time. I always include one eye at a time because it's a focused concentration. It's very intense and beautiful. So practice for yourself and find what works for you as you gaze into one eye and both eyes. Play around with it, have fun. And if it ever gets intense, where there's intense emotions, you can always back off a little bit or take a little break and then come right back to it when you're ready. If you begin to eye gaze and send yourself love, but you're not feeling much love for yourself, don't worry about that. Don't worry. There's times, especially in the beginning, where I couldn't feel it very much. Now it's pretty intense, but there's times if I'm really distracted and busy where it takes a little bit of time. Keep doing the practice. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Eventually, love will be triggered. Love for yourself will be triggered. Trust it. Keep putting the rubber to the road and looking into your eye and sending love. And the more you do it, the more intense the loving feelings will be. So keep practicing, keep practicing. And all you need for this self-love, eye-gazing practice is a mirror. It's easy, very easy exercise. You can use a bathroom mirror, a hall mirror. You can have a handheld mirror that you stare into. Whatever works for you. The car mirror, when you're driving, when you're stopped. You want to take time to gaze into your eyes. Please do. And we begin to look into the mirror. And the first thing we want to do is admire our face. This is our face. Admire the face and bring a sense of appreciation to your whole person, your whole being, with the person that's standing before you. You know yourself better than anyone else knows you. You know all that you've been through, all that you've overcome. You're there all the time. There's nobody closer. There's no one that knows you better than you. So begin to bring your awareness to the eyes, one eye at a time to start, and begin to send yourself love. Looking into that eye, and you say, I love you. I love you. And you can use your name and say, I love you, Grace. Of course, you would use your own name, but looking into the eye, sending yourself love, and saying, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Concentrating into that eye, the love from your heart into yourself and into your soul. And as you look into your own eye, focus your attention on that inner self, your being, a deeper aspect of your being that you're connecting to through this eye gazing exercise. Saying it slowly, affirmatively to yourself. I love you. I love you. I love you. And begin to look into the opposite eye, focusing your energy, your love, your attention into this opposite eye, and say with yourself, with resolve and certainty, I love you. I love you. I love you. And repeat it several times, slowly and intently, for how much time you have. And then you can move to the opposite side eye and go back and forth for a little while, or you can bring your gaze back and look into both eyes simultaneously. Send to both eyes your love. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And as you gaze into your own eyes, sending love, unconditional love and acceptance to your own self, your own being, be aware that the being you're sending love to is far more than just the person. It's vast, infinite, divine self you're sending love to. The deepest aspect of your being, your heart and your soul, your spirit, your God self. That endless, eternal self. Continue to send that love through the eyes, past the person, to the God within, the Atman, inner guru. Knowing that that being has countless experiences, boundless wisdom, grace, beauty, deep within. You're sending that being love. This consciousness that you truly and eternally are is endless. It's an ocean of magnificence, and it is you. And you can connect to this aspect of yourself, this true and real aspect of yourself through your eyes and sending that deeper self-love. And remembering we're sending the love to the person, but also all the levels of our being, all the koshas, all the layers and bodies of our being, far more than just the physical self. We're sending love to all aspects, all layers, the whole being in its entirety. It is infinite in what you are, truly are, truly are. If thoughts do come up while you're sending yourself love through your eyes, whether one eye at a time or both, just gently and kindly return to the focus of sending yourself love. No need to get upset or worry. Just bring yourself back to your focused exercise of sending love to yourself through your eyes. The invitation is to eye gaze as often as possible. Every time you use a restroom or any time you're near a mirror, look in the mirror, look into your eyes, and send yourself love. We also invite you to continue this practice after the samadhi immersion. And the invitation is to make it a lifelong habit, lifelong practice. As long as you're doing it, doesn't matter whether you call it a practice or a habit. Let's make it a healthy habit, a deep empowerment practice. Thank you for joining me for Samadhi eye gazing empowerment exercise. I know you will love it. Make sure to actually do the exercise. You will find it is profound in transforming who you are and what you are. And I want to end with a story. I was in Brazil several years ago, and it was a long trip, a month-long trip. It was a service project as well as some vacationing, and I was going with a man I was dating. We'd been dating for a couple years. And in the middle of the trip, he broke up with me. And I was all alone. I didn't know the language. I didn't know anybody but my boyfriend. There was no internet. There was no cell service. I still had about a week and a half of the trip to get through. He was not a source of love for me at that time. And I felt very isolated. I was grieving a loss. I was hurt. And I was struggling. I was really struggling. It came to me spontaneously to send myself love through eye gazing. I knew I needed to be my own source of love to get through this time. There was nobody, I couldn't even get online and talk to my sister or a friend or call my mom. There was no cell service, no internet. So it was just me. And I began to eye gaze. And I began to, every time I used the restroom, every time I was near a mirror, every opportunity I could get, I sent myself love through my eyes. I actively became my source of love for myself, which is where we all need to get to. And we're all learning and growing. I'm still learning to love myself. It's a process, it's a flowering. And that exercise with that eye gazing was the most powerful thing I could do at that time. It got me through the 2 weeks, the week and a half. I got home and things were better. But I got myself through and I filled myself with love. And I stepped into not depending on my boyfriend or others to be my source of love, but I was empowered to be that for myself, which is ultimately what we all need to do at some point or another. I tell you this story to inspire you to practice the eye gazing, practice, get on the cord and practice. The love will intensify the more you practice. Thank you for being here for our eye gazing exercise. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is pure love, light, peace. When I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are one. Namaste.